Hey, hey, can y'all see me? Hold on, y'all. Can y'all see me? Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to my live, y'all. We're going to switch it up a little different today. Hope everybody can see me and hear me. We're going to be getting ready with me. So I get ready for work and stuff. So let's get it. Hold on, let me make sure everything is good. Bear with me, bear with me. Okay. Welcome to my live. We are going to be talking about episode 21, 22 of Love Island as I'm getting ready. So I'm excited. Excited to get ready with y'all, talk about it. It's a lot to unpack, but bear with me. I'm gonna be getting ready doing my face as we doing it, okay? I just want to kind of be comfortable with y'all and get that going. So, place I can be comfortable. We could talk about everything that's been going on. Down to Olandria and Nick returning to the villa after everybody, after the boys thought Nick went home. And pop up, there goes Olandria. Which is crazy, right? Crazy. I don't know, like this whole is so much to do. I'll be pulling up some stuff as far as like some little clips and things too that we can go ahead and talk about because it's a lot of craziness, a lot of crazy. So, to the point where we left off, where Nick and Olandria, Nick is going in, leaving the villa, and then he sees Olandria pull up in the G wagon. I think it was a G wagon, and she's happy and telling him to come on, inside the car. Shocker, right? I got like my theory on that, honestly. If you ask me, I got my theory on that. Cause I'm just kind of like, hold on now. Are the producers doing this because everybody's asking for Nick and Olandria? You know, like that's what it's given. So I'm just kind of like, but we here for it, right? We here for it. It is what it is. We here for it. I ain't gonna do no complaining on that. Um, as far as like giving the viewers what they want. So we left out to that, right? So I'm like, oh, holy hell. What's really finna go on with, the Nick and Olandria thing? Are they really leaving the villa? But then, like, I was looking at what they were talking about as far as, like, they never said dumped from the island. They just said leaving. Pack up, you're leaving. And also remember that Ariana said everybody is returning to the villa. Speaking of that, the commentator, I'm about to, cause did y'all hear that little slick thing that he put in there talking about that Jeremiah will be coming in as the waiter to Nick and Olandria's little escape date. So you can definitely tell, like the producers and everybody know, like what we want, because it's a huge petition about bringing Jeremiah back to the villa, because y'all know how they did him. Definitely wrong. They did my boy wrong. They end up, you already know. We already went through this. I don't want to go back through that heartbreak. It was all messed up. Like fucked up what they did to him. And we all know that it was gameplay. But yeah, he threw that in there. So basically, and then he said just playing. Not a joke, and not a joke at all. We definitely wanted Jeremiah to return. But anyway, as that little joke went on by, they ended up going into this little secluded, like little area, this cute little date that they went on, which was kind of cute and everything. So I'm like, okay, this is definitely taking us for a loop, because I'm just like, what they got going on, and why are they on a date? So I guess they sit there, unpack, tell each other what's been going on, and call some more. And Nick tells her what's going on in the villa, exchanging notes or whatever. And then, as they're doing that, of course, we love Olandria, right? But you would think that would be a wake-up call as far as leaving Taylor alone. Like, just leave Taylor alone. For real. Like, you heard what he said. I understand you got to get your closure and all that talk. He is, the way that he's progressing with the Casa girl Clark is beyond me, y'all. It is beyond me. Like, if you can connect that quickly, and I understand the slow burn, but Taylor ain't doing no slow burn. He ain't doing no slow burning at all whatsoever with Clark. Physical real quick. And I understand not everybody's like that and everybody's different. But baby, he is definitely moving on fast with Clark. And the chemistry, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, unpopular opinion, because I be watching everybody and what they be saying on TikTok and Instagram and and everything. And it's just like, he has better chemistry with Clark, y'all. I'm sorry. He has better chemistry with Clark. Way better chemistry with Clark. Just looking at like what they, not just like what they talk about, because they do have some great conversations. It's just a lot more relaxed, a lot more opened up with her, So after they have that little date, sorry I'm piggybacking back and forth, but mine's all over the place, but very good. But just like after they have that date, then they go ahead and return to the villa the next day. So I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. The way they did it with them all sleeping in and all that other type of stuff, they'd be a real bestie. So they end up getting a bed together because they had to either leave the villa single or return together. We all knew they were going to return together because Nick definitely needs to see Sierra again. And Landry ain't leaving without seeing her cowboy Taylor. So, of course, they coupled up and decided to return. So they end up coupling up, decided to return, exploring their connection, seeing where that Nick Olandria will go, give the fans what they want. Returned, slept in a bed, woke up the next day to see what was going to go on. Right? So we go ahead and take it on open up to the next day. This is where a lot of controversy was going on as far as like what's going on with what was it? My bad. Taylor jumping to Nick and passing up Olandria. Did y'all see that? A what? He smooth jumped over. I'm talking about jumped over to get to Nick. I understand that's your boy, but when you think of somebody that really cares or really miss you, care about you, will go ahead and hug you first. I mean, was it 24 hours? Was it even 24 hours? I guess so, whatever. Until you see Nick again. It's been a minute since you've seen Olandria. So you would think that Taylor would go and jump towards Olandria. You know what I mean? So I just kind of like, that kind of threw me for a little loop there. I'm just like, wouldn't you want to go for Olandria like first? Jumped smooth right on over her and went straight towards Nick. And of course, everybody was happy about it, this and that. Clark's confession was like, I'm happy Nick is back, but Olandria? Weird. Y'all, that is a weird situation. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, just the whole um having, both of the girls that you talk to in the same villa like that, and Clark is over there in the bed next to Taylor. Olandria, which they did not expect, is there with Nick, the dude he was just crying about, to her in bed, showing pictures and shit too. Okay, it's getting weird. So find out that she's back. He finally gave her a hug. Cute. Finally gave her a hug, right? And yeah. And then, Olandria hugged all the girls. The whole spinning around with Taylor, like, Taylor, you doing too much. Taylor and Nick spinning each other around, like, come on. Disrespecting Olandria like that. You could at least showed her a little bit more love. But anyway, y'all know how that go. Y'all know how I feel about that. I said from the jump, the dude was never really into Olandria like that, and I'm still gonna speak on that. And just the way that he was with Clark solidified that. 100% solidified. Um, I know everybody's different, but still, he's just not as open with Olandria like he is with Clark. And to me, when you really like somebody, you're gonna be open. You're gonna treat them a certain way. So I don't want to hear nothing about that slow burn. But after that, Taylor's in a pickle now. So everything's shifting towards, and that's exactly what this live is about. It's about Taylor, Clark, and Olandria. I'll touch on some other things, but that's what the gist of this is really about. So, him doing that, I'm just kind of like, oh my God. Like, what is really going on? So I guess the next day, or going on with the rest of the day, of course he's going to have to talk to Olandria about what's going on. Nick got to update the guys about what just happened, what he heard from Olandria. They go into that. Had to go ahead and mention the whole Ace thing when he told him that Shelly was talking to a 6'8" dude. He tried to make it seem like he wasn't worried about it. He ain't doing no words. I see how Nick was trying to throw that in there. 6'7", it was 6'8", Nick. Not 6'7", it was 6'8". But okay, go off. It's still taller than Minnie Mouse. But anyway, after talking about that, I guess, what's name was avoiding pretty much talking to Olandria about it. But it's time for her to kind of explore things with Nick, and she needs to really embrace that. What was really kind of pissed me off with that is like she was embracing it, but I really don't feel like she was embracing it like to the fullest. She needed to embrace it more. I understand all this shit is taking you for a loop, but this is Love Island, and they do move fast. So I felt like, she could have embraced it like a little bit more. My bad, I'm adjusting my camera just a little bit. Okay. Like just a little bit more. You know what I mean? Just to kind of really see where this Nick thing can go, because Nick really is showing interest in applying pressure. And I really like that. Really, really do like that. So I just felt like she could have opened up a little bit more to Nick, and I just felt like she didn't do that as much. Nick was pretty much open to it. I was really eating it up. I really liked this dynamic of him trying to see where it can go with her, because you could tell throughout like the season, like he will pull her for all like the challenges and the way he looks at her, and TikTok did a real good job with edits showing that he's always been into Olandria. I feel like if Olandria wasn't so like into this my type thing, she really like this whole cowboy thing, like she really could have been like a little bit more open to getting to know more, which kind of pisses me off with Olandria and Taylor, because y'all sent several connections home because they weren't exploring. But it's okay for y'all to do it since day one. That will never sit right with me. It will never sit right with me. Y'all sent home Jeremiah, Hannah. Like, y'all are talking about they need to explore more. That's how you know. Like, I feel like that was gameplay and a whole bunch of bullshit, and they really weren't friends to either one of them, boys and girls side, for sending them home because they felt like they needed to explore more. I'm so tired of hearing that throughout this season. Because Olandria, you have not explored. We know you're a fan favorite. We love you, you're sexy, you're beautiful individually. But when it comes to the way that you're playing this game and doing things, you're not doing it correctly either. If you really want to go there, you've been talking to Taylor and Taylor only. We try to throw you in somebody, Jalen, and it was very surface level, and you were very closed off about the whole situation. You weren't open. And I don't like that. Because the people that you did send home, they were open and talked to several people. Or at least tried. and it didn't work out. Went back to their others. So I'm kind of glad, to be honest, that Taylor and Olandra is getting tested, if you ask me, because there's been no test. Jalen don't really count. I mean, it counts, but she wasn't doing nothing with it. She's so hung in on Taylor, and Taylor is wrong for that, because the only reason why he applied pressure is because he knew that he had a threat coming in, and the only reason why he decided to do all the little dates that Daddy Ace told him to do is because he didn't want to get eliminated, get kicked off the island. Let's keep it a buck. That is just truly what that was. So that right there is what kind of like whatever. So they went ahead and explored each other. Nick was opening up about how he felt about her and stuff like that. That was really getting me all smiley and giddy. I loved it, y'all. So cute. It's just something about the way that Nick looks at Olandria. It's beautiful. You can really tell that he does like her. Really, really does. And as these next two episodes go on, you can really start seeing that. He does. Y'all open up something. Who knows how this thing can play out? So it went on with that. And then, of course, Taylor's avoiding, going back to Daddy Ace to let him know that he's feeling a certain type of way about wanting to avoid speaking to Olandra. We know that's not going to happen. You definitely need to speak to her. She's here. There's no avoiding. Then he reassured, Clark that nothing's going to change. That now that she's here, nothing's going to change. Still for the same way, still going to move the same way. If that wasn't a sign, still going to move the same way. It's just, I understand, I'm not saying that he has to change everything completely. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying, though, is have a little bit. Like, if you really care about Olandria, like, you'll move a certain type of way without changing the dynamic of what you and Clark got going on. If that makes any sense. So it's just a lot of signs, and it is what it is. I don't hate Taylor for going off of how he feels, because if he feels strongly for Clark, that's just what it is. But going forward anyway with that, he finally, when he did the whole putting his head in the sand, well, not the sand, the bag, and asking, he definitely got to go and go talk to her. Taylor's definitely trying to avoid that, but eventually goes and go talks to her. And not with Ace and Nick eating popcorn. That was too funny. That definitely would have been me too. I ain't even gonna lie. But he went ahead and talked to her and let her know. Now, this part is really what stuck out to me, because it's just a whole, even if you do care for her as a friend, even friends will still console you. So them sitting next to the fire pit and him telling her how you feel about Clark and how you want to explore that connection and how he likes her and this and that. And you can tell that Olandria is like, she's already like a closed off person. So just the whole sitting, her Demore is like, she has a great, great essence and aura about herself and poise, the way that she carries herself. And I get that. But at the end of the day, it's okay to show your emotions as well. Sometimes that kind of worries me about her. I understand you had to be strong your whole life, and her little backstory that she stated that she is the oldest and had to take care of her younger siblings. I get that. But it is okay to show emotions. It's actually healthy to show your emotion. She cried a little bit. I feel like it would have been a lot more if she would have let go. It's definitely hurtful, and it's warranted because you were with Taylor since day one. And then him just telling her that, the tears coming out, it's just the body language. I think his arms was crossed and his leg, like Ace said, shaking like a stripper. Just didn't really like console her. I didn't like that, y'all. I didn't like that at all. I felt like he could have consoled her a bit, cared, showed her something. It was just like this old space in between, and him looking forward, she's looking forward. Y'all don't find that weird? Like, you're looking straight forward, like you're not even looking each other in the eyes, like talking to each other. It's just like he don't like her like that. I don't even think he like her as a friend. Even your friend will console you. You know what I mean? And not to speed past, but he did kind of say that in a joking way, and that shit was trending, talking about maybe we don't like you. When she's talking about the whole handshaking thing, like, connect the dots, y'all. Like, Taylor's saying it without saying it and showing it a lot. Like, a lot. I don't even want to say it without saying it. He do be saying it and saying it in a joking way. But it's just like he's not into her. So after that, I feel like Olandria, that should have been like fuel for you to like go deep dive into this with Nick. After that conversation. So I feel like it did a little bit, and I think that's what warranted a kiss at the end of of episode 21 when they did the whole kiss thing. So yeah. So doing all that, and then Sierra, you know, back at in Casa Amor, not really exploring Elon. So it's just kind of like, you know, she's opening up and really liking Nick, and I was like, oh, this gonna get real juicy because it's like she's exploring Nick Olandra's exploring Nick, while not too long ago Sierra was boohoo crying about her leaving, and she over here tonguing down her man. I ain't gonna lie, the ending was crazy. I'm just like, woo! And y'all talk about that kiss. That kiss. Outside of the challenge. That kiss was intense, y'all. That was an intense kiss. I think for a fact he been holding that in. Like he been holding that one in, y'all. I truly believe Nick been holding that one in, been waiting to kiss Olandria. It was passionate. It was intense. It was sexy. That kiss was everything. Loved it. He didn't even care, y'all. He said, you can leave it all on my face. Do you hear me? Leave it all on the face. Had all that. He took all her lip combo off. Makeup too, all that. Chocolate. Look like he indulged in Hershey kisses and chocolate cake and all them types of chocolate all over that man face. And then you peep the they talk about the black girl face. Had on some Timbs, they said, a chain, a gold chain, a black tee. I said, I'm not gonna play with y'all. I see y'all clocking that too. That was too funny. Definitely see the difference from before. So, but yeah, after that kiss, and that's when it cut. So moving on to episode 22. Now, this is where they're finna do all the recoupling and everybody coming together. Everybody. So I'm just like, let's see what's finna go on with this. So, oh, before that, I forgot about that. My bad, y'all. Let's double back into episode 21. I forgot about the Casa Amor versus the Villa. Forgot about that. All the kissing stuff. They brought a lot more fun back into it. And I like that a lot. The reason why I did skip on over that, because like I said, it's all about Taylor, Olandria, and Clark. All about them. But I do want to touch up on a few things with that, with the little kissing stuff. Of course, Nick and Olandria always gonna eat. And I like the whole smacking thing. He always has fun with Olandria when they do them challenges. So that was really, really fun to see. I did peep how Huda and Chris though. I was like, Huda knows how to leave her mark, don't she? With her little lusty butt. Knows how to leave her mark. And she left her mark on Chris. Chris was like, hold on now you got me on your radar. Yeah, that kiss was intense. Very much so intense. And then with Olandria seeing Taylor and Clark kiss, they were kissing for a while, y'all. They were kissing for a while. It was a lot of that going on. So I was just kind of like, yeah, they were doing a lot of kissing and stuff. I was just like, ooh wee. I just like, I see. It was a long, passionate kiss too. And I know that was hard for Olandria to witness. Cause you know how much she loved her cowboy. And she been saying, my man, my man, my man. Girl, if you don't stop saying my man, my man, my man, child, that is not your man. Y'all are coupled up, but Taylor is not your man, child. He is not your man. So it's just kind of like that kiss. She was all like this. I think Nick was trying to cover, which is kind of cute because I remember Olandria doing the same thing to Nick in a challenge episodes before as well. So they're just so cute. I just love their dynamic. I think it's so cute. Yes, I guess you can call me a Nick Olandria stan. I think it's really, really cute. I like the way that he treats her, the way that he compliments, Olandria, and Taylor don't do that at all. So I just like that. I always feel like don't go for your type, go where you're wanted. Sometimes your type ain't what that is. And I get that we all have what we're attracted to, but you should be more attracted to how somebody treats you. You know what I mean? And in this case, Taylor's a prime example, and I'm not calling him no bad guy. What I don't like about it is he's not being forthcoming with how he's truly feeling. And that's what I got a problem with. Don't string her along because all this time she's thinking, oh, you're into me, and you're really not. You know, you're really not into her like that. And it's okay to be honest and be like, you know what? She could have went on with Jalen, but that goes back to gameplay. But yeah, her seeing that kiss really hurt her. I'm glad that this stuff is happening in her face, and I think the producers are once again trying to throw her another lifeline. This girl is got 9 lives, just like fucking Austin. She does too. It's like we're throwing you something else. We're trying to show you, like that's the whole setup with the Nicolandria thing, so you can explore something else. No, to the expense of Sierra. I know that's all fucked up, but hey, this is Love Island. This ain't Friendship Island. You know what I mean? So she needs to take those lifelines and really go for it, like go full blown into it. I just feel like with Olandria, this is probably like the wrong show. I've seen a lot of people just say like Love is Blind, maybe Married at First Sight, maybe not, but Love is Blind for sure. She's just a slow burner, and that's fine. But this type of environment, Love Island is a fast, always changing pace. You know, so it's just like she's stuck on this infatuation, which I do not get. I'm just like, girl, he should be happy to want to be with you. Baddest one on the island, you getting treated like this. You planning dates and stuff like that for him. And the one time you do plan a date is just to make sure that he don't get sent home. It's just, is she in delusional world, or is she just like sitting in her comfort? Because both of it is bad. Bad for business. It's not good, you know, at all. And it's hard to watch from the other end on how she's being treated. It's a very hard to watch. I hate it. I hate it every time. But yeah, the kissing stuff was cool. It was fun. Of course, Casa won. I was worried there for a minute because Huda kept losing. Finally, third time's a charm, and it was with Griff. Who else did some good kissing? I think the last one where everybody had to kiss everybody and they was over there building blocks and shit, that shit was too funny. And Ace, as usual, worried about what everybody else is doing when he need to be doing the damn challenge. Why you up here worried about everybody else? That's why you lost. It was cute to see that Ace was the lead for the Villa and then Shelly was the lead for Casa More. How cute. Coincidence? Not. Leaders of both, of course. So that was good there. Them doing that. And then yeah, the kissing stuff was cool. I mean, episode 21 was cool. I like the kissing stuff. I was more so into like if Olandria was gonna take the bait with Nick. That's what I was more interested in. I mean, is how much more slobbing are we gonna see? Lord, I know that's the meat and potatoes of Love Island. Come on, pull your fur trap. Snug time, kissing time, all the other type of stuff. So that was cool. Now I'm curious to see who's gonna be picking who. Now I felt like in episode 22, moving into that one, most recent one, I was just so curious as to know like how this is gonna run down with Sierra, you know, and the whole, you know, Nick and Nicolandria together, and how she's gonna feel about that because she's definitely wanting Nick back. You could tell she's not picking Elon at all, or is it Elan? One of those, but she's not picking him at all. So them going into that, the girls had to chat episode 22 with the whole, you know, Taylor situation, and I'm kind of glad that they did talk. They needed to kind of go ahead and get that awkward elephant in the room thing out the way. And this is where Olandria kind of lost me. This is where Olandria, this whole episode, lost me on her stance, how she's moving, in her mentality on this whole her and Taylor. Yeah. So her having that talk, I commend Clark for not kind of like punching some jabs back, because the whole test thing, Olandria, you is not finna shit on their connection. I understand y'all been 20 days in with each other And there's only been, I think this, what, third day maybe? Only 3 days or whatever. Like, but what have you and Taylor really have done in those 20 days? Besides skate on by. Besides skate on by. Let's not go there, okay? Let's not shit on somebody else's connection. You have no idea what's going on. You can see, but you don't know how in depth it is and the way that he is with her. So, and with their conversation, when she did have with Teddy, she kept throwing in physical, physical, physical. That matters, Olandria, especially in Love Island. There needs to be some type of physical. I'm not saying as far as like sleeping and fucking like a lot of them Islanders have been doing. They're more touchy and like he is, or comforting. He puts his head on, like he does it without you having to tell him. With Clark, it just happens organically and naturally. So the whole test thing, she threw that in, and she was being shady. Like one thing about Olandria, she's shady in a classy like way, but it's still kind of, it's just her delivery with it, and not too harsh, but it's still throwing shade. Cause that whole thing how she did with Zach K, with the whole save your words, like she can get a little catty, and she was with Clark. I did not like that, like the whole thing with Clark. Like you kept saying a test, and she kept doing that. Me and him, we had more songs like we built like a friendship, and this and that, and you and Taylor's more physical. That's not true. They have physical and they have a great conversation, and they're building something as well. Trust the believers. If Clark would have came in a lot sooner, Alejandro, you would have been done. That whole time shit wouldn't even matter. And that's one thing I do not like about Love Island is the whole time thing. I get it that you've been with somebody since day one, but I'm always about the quality of within that time. What did you do within that time? Just because you've been with somebody for that long does not give you automatic, win over somebody else. It's only been a few days. Because he's done, like even Taylor said, I've done more in 24 hours with Clark than I did with Olandria. Like, come on. Even he's telling you. Like, his words, his actions, it just states that he's not in that space with you, Olandria. He's just not. And I think Clark knows that too. You can tell with the way how she is. She's silent, like silently, but very, very confident in their connection. And you can tell by the way she moves. Even that little smirk. That little smirk smile that she be doing. Because she knows. A woman knows when a man is into her. And he's definitely into her. She don't have to try hard. They do a lot of kissing. And it ain't a lot of, it ain't no like he does with Olandria. No. Definitely not. Olandria, like, come on. I don't even see how she don't even feel that. I understand she ain't had a boyfriend in 5 years, but you still would know when somebody's really into you, Olandria. And Jalen showed you that. And you were, I know she was a bit taken back with the whole physical thing. They ain't stopping Taylor with Clark. So that whole conversation with her doing that, I didn't like that conversation. How she kept trying to make it seem like their connection was just a test to see where her and Taylor can go. So I felt Clark on that. Like 100% felt Clark on that. I was like, yeah. Like, you're not going to keep doing that. And I thought she going to say something, but she did. She just said something in the confession, but she didn't say nothing to her face about it. But that was definitely throwing shade. Olandria is going to tell her she's going to keep exploring them. Clark was like, okay. She goes, absolutely. I'm not expecting you not to. You know what I mean? But she's still going to do her thing too. So from that, doing that or whatever, now it's time to get on into this recoupling part where they all return back to the villa. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, let's get on to it. We can go ahead and speed on by through these other little couples. We already know. But as they're getting all ready and stuff, y'all, did you say? Oh, before they got into that, the picture thing. Olandria, beautiful pictures. The wet kiss and everything up in there, and the way Taylor looked at it. That's exactly the way that I took that when she left them pictures in there for Taylor. That's exactly the way that I felt like that what he really wanted to do. He was not moved by that. I love that you made that move, child. He was not moved. He was not moved at all. I was like, but I see what you're doing. You gotta do what you gotta do. We got a recoupling going on back at the villa with everybody. So everybody comes on in. So they got all, of course, take a moment for Ariana in that dress with no panties on, by the way. Ooh, looking amazing. She always looks so good. I love it, love it, love it. She's the greatest Grim Reaper I've ever seen on television. I love it. The way she enters the villa. I just love it. So, the girls are coming back from Casa More back into the villa, all sitting down there, couples, everybody's together. And then the way they start bringing them out one by one, yeah. Each couple, excuse me, coming on in, going to go stand in front of the Casa people. Very cute. I got to give it up to Clark and well, all the girls kind of like Casa girls ate down. You gonna step. I loved Jaden's dress. Even Ariana said something about her dress was cute. Loved it a lot. Oh damn, I skipped a part. My bad, y'all. When they decided this episode before the recoupling, when Nick decided not to pursue Olandria, I felt like it was more so kind of like a what type of like just a friendship connection, and it felt different because he was thinking about Sierra, she was thinking about Taylor, which is natural because that's who their original couples were. I felt like Nick only said that because Olandria was still stuck and hung up on Taylor. Let's just keep it a bean. To be honest, I really do believe that. I felt like Nick would have went a little bit further with Olandria if she was showing interest, y'all. And she wasn't really showing interest like that. You know? So I felt like the only reason why he said that is because because Olandria wasn't really showing no interest. She wasn't. She kept friend zoning him in it. That's why he wanted to ask her first. I felt like if once he asked her first and she would have been like, "Oh yeah, I like it," he would have went along with it. He would have went along with it. I promise you, he would have. He was like, "Yeah, let's explore it some more." I really do feel like he likes Alandria a lot. A lot of people say he into black girls too. I believe that too. Yo, I always felt that. I was like, yeah, I always felt like Nick was in that dark chocolate, that beautiful dark chocolate, by the way. But yeah, they decided to go ahead and do that. So I had to rewind back there. I forgot about that part. He decided, and she was like, "Why I gotta go first?" It's like, oh Landry, child, you are just so hung up on Taylor, you missing out on the opportunity. But hey, America, we tried. Because you know the producers put that together and had to force them together because they weren't going to do it on their own. This whole season, the cast of Islanders just ain't doing shit right at all. It's so bad when producers have to force shit to happen because these Islanders are not doing it right. And the people that were doing it right, they sent them home. It's just a mess. So yeah, with that whole situation, I'm just kind of like, oh, that sucks. I know all the Nick Olandria stands were like disappointed. More so disappointed in Olandria than Nick. Because I truly believe that Nick would have went for her. So they decided to go ahead and do that. And he's going to go back to Sierra. Nick's going to go back to Sierra. And Olandria's going to continue to push forward with Taylor and see if this test is going to work. So going back forward when they enter the villa, whatever, everybody's looking good. I'm not finna play with the way that my girl Coco stepped. Why is her and Shelly twinning? I said if Deanna not, this better not have been produced. It's so messy. They were twinning hard down to the damn flower in the hair, y'all. But I'm sorry, Coco ate. Baby. You know Shelly couldn't say nothing. She oh shit, all right. Baby, she ate down. TJ coming in with My God, Vanna. Vanna got a beautiful body, y'all, but Vanna is not attractive in the face. She is not. Jaden. Well, it was first Jaden and Austin, and they look so good. I don't know. What's him even said? Somebody mentioned in the comment that he looked different. He looks good. They even was matching together. I thought it was so cute. So cute. I loved it. And I take that back, y'all. That dress was not Jaden. It was Grayson that Ariana commented on. And that dress was eaten down. I loved it. It was so cute. It reminded me of Lil Kim, which had that little pasty thing on her boob. Oh, man. It was such a cute ass dress. But we already know Pepe, Grayson, Austin, Jaden, TJ, Vanna. Vanna came in. Oh, my God. TJ came in with Vanna. Them camera people so messy, producers are too. And she looked just like, it was all on their faces. That poor girl, when she get out the damn villa and all these jigsaw memes and videos and edits, and oh my God, she gonna need Jeremiah's therapist. He need to go ahead and tag his therapist. She gonna need a lot of help, therapy, and support. They are eating her ass down on social media because of them fillers. Yeah, she scared the fuck out of me because I said 21. Anyway, after that one, who was next? Ace and Shelly. Ace and Coco. Oh, they look so cute together. I was so cute. Who else are we missing? I think we got just about everybody. I think so. Yeah, if I'm missing anybody, it really don't matter. Whatever, you already know who linked up. And then, of course, they told the Casa girls somebody went home. Because remember, Olandria went home. And then Nick, they don't know about Nick. And of course, the theatrics. So once they brought in Taylor and Clark, which they look so cute, and Taylor and Clark looked so amazing in her dress. Once they brought them in, that's when Sierra realized that it was Nick that got sent home. And of course, she started crying. I would feel so bad if I was Elon. I'm just like, you already know. She is not picking you. It's too many signs. That conversation from the night prior about her, or the day before, about her telling you about like she don't want to move too fast and this and all this type of stuff, this, that, and the third. And now her crying over Nick, which it is warranted for her to cry because she expected to see him with somebody and he wasn't there. She started crying and this and that. Man. Of course, the guys did a good job holding it in. We already know because Ace is a fucking actor for sure. And a con artist. To me, I don't give a damn. That man is TV and knows how to play it off. So the faces were serious, trying to convince them because they already know that Nick and Olandria are still saved. They come in when they look so cute. And then, Olandria with the same color that Shelly and Coco got on. These queens are killing this fucking yellow. Like, it is fucking, it was like a lime greenish yellow, whatever. They killing it. Color is amazing on them. 8 down. Woo! They look good. So they came in walking in together, and the way the girls ran to Olandria and the way that Sierra ran to Nick, Casa boys went over there and start hitting up lines about this. We already know. It's over, dog. It's over. It's over. It's over. We already know who she picking. We can already cut. We go ahead and put them first. And it ain't even no point in waiting on them. So they came back, told them what was up, what happened. Whoop-de-woo. I mean, it gave, but it didn't give as hard as it was. You could tell all this shit was producing theatrical. So that was cute. The girls were happy. Got her back. And now we're getting on down to the big ass heart. Everybody standing on their podiums and getting ready to write down the names of the person who they want to couple up with. That if it doesn't match, you're single, vulnerable, on. So you already know who's coupled up with who, getting into all of that. My main thing is to get down to the main ones. Man hour. Let's get down to the Nick, Sierra, and Elon one, of course. Is Sierra up there with them two? We already know who she picking, but I still have to put that on up in there. She picked Nick, of course. Of course she picked Nick. Who else was she gonna pick? Crying over him, doing all that extra shit. Of course. So they picked each other. Um, and this one was a little tricky for me as far as like Ace, Shelly, and Coco. Which I already kind of knew he was gonna pick Shelly, but then like what he said prior about like he loves Coco. Got a strong connection with Shelly, but he loves Coco. Coco was even too good too. She looks so good. But unfortunately, he did pick Shelly. So just kind of like pick Shelly, but then like all the girls are like, oh, you look so old. Oh, you look so good. Of course, they all look good when they ain't picking each other's mans. But yeah, she did look amazing. So of course she didn't get picked. And then down to the top of the hour, last one, of course, Taylor, Clark, and Olandria. Y'all look. I might say some things on this one that y'all might not agree with because I know there's a lot of people that love Olandria, but baby, Olandria. Once again, hey. I mean, I don't know how many times we got to keep showing you and telling you, but hey, here you go. Of course, theatrics, whatever, they both picked. Olandria and Clark, of course, picked Taylor, and Taylor got to choose. Y'all give it up to Amaya. Supporting actress. That girl there, boy, she can never let people have their moment. Olandria, you know this is Love Island, right, boo? Somebody got to go. And people got to pick somebody who they're more connected with. The whole time when he did pick Clark, which we all knew he was going to pick Clark, except for Olandria. And if you could tell, the guys knew that shit too. Ace didn't even blink or flinch or nothing. All the girls were shocked, but the guys knew that he was going to pick Clark. He got a strong connection with her. Amaya. Chad. This girl here. Excuse me. Taylor. Like, my God, girl. Let them have his moment. This is not about you. And not Zach K over there. Zach K over there trying to calm her down. Because, baby, try to calm her down. Because she is doing the most. The most. Hold on, y'all. I'm coughing. Give me one moment. She's just like, Taylor, Taylor, Taylor. I'm just like, girl, calm down. You can tell she was mad at him. And I love Amaya because she's a girl's girl. She definitely much so a girl's girl. She's for her girl, Landry. I get that. But this is their moment. You had your time. It's their moment. This is who we choose. Accept it. But anyway, as he chose her, that little smirk Clark gave. That smirk is very telling. That smirk telling is as far as like she already knew where Taylor stood with Olandria. She already knew where he stood with Olandria. She already knew she was going to get picked. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't even fazed, like, at all about him choosing her because she already knew. She knew she wasn't no test. She knew she had that man. She knew she had that man wrapped. Do you hear me? She already knew that. That's her confidence. It is what it is, but it's just like, she knew. Ain't no test over here, baby. She could have been petty and been like, test where? She kept it classy. Olandria, once again, Taylor has shown you that he does not want you. He doesn't want you. How many times? How many times we gonna? How many times, girl? How many goddamn gone times? I hope this is good. And to be honest, Olandria should have went home. Olandria should have went home. Now it's getting annoying. Now it's getting annoying because if in any other past season, she would have been gone. She has not connected with anybody. We had to force her with Jayla, and we had to force her with Nick. She's not getting it. She keeps choosing Taylor. He keeps showing his ass every time that he don't want you. She should have went home. It is okay. That would have been a perfect time for her to go on home. This wasn't your connection. It didn't work out. And now you can leave with grace. Did you peep? Adrena talking about we just got her back and she just need to take her ass home. If y'all were real true friends, y'all would not let Olandria keep doing this shit over and over and over and over and over again. I know the girls can tell that Taylor don't really fuck with her like that. I know the villa can tell this. I know it. And everybody is so hung up on she's a good person. That doesn't take away from the fact that we're not here for friendship. We're here for Love Island. If she doesn't have the connection, do what's best for her and let her sit home. Her guy is not in here. It really made me mad that she was saved again. Because when it went down, fast forward over to the deliberation, the girls did right. Casa Moore had to choose a guy, and then the villa had to choose a girl, which to save. And we had Zach C, JD, Coco, and Olandria. Vanna. So we had all those people. Who else am I missing? Was it 6 of them or 5 of them? Whatever, I probably missed somebody, but one of them. And they end up saving Elon, which I feel like is great. It's a great option. That dude put his heart out there. I think it's a great one to save out of JD and then the Zach dude. Yeah. We got to go with Elon. So, yes, that was perfect. And then as far as Vanna, Olandria, and Coco, should have been Coco. Coco needed to have an opportunity. Olandria had 22 days. That's it. That's it. You had your time. Your time is up. Your time is up. They should have gave it to Coco. Ace was voting for Coco. A lot of people was mad at that. The reason why, y'all forgot that she saved him for being on the chopping block. So I felt that was a good choice of his. And Taylor and Clark, y'all should be voting for Coco too, especially Clark. Somebody hold my thought. Oh, come back to me. Taylor, of course, you don't want her lingering around. You know she going to keep trying to pursue if y'all keep her in the villa. The way that she moving in this Delulu mindset, I really do feel like she will continue to keep trying to pursue him. I really do. They can send as many bombshells they want to. I really do feel like she's going to continue to keep trying to talk to Taylor. Because in her mind, she is not giving up on that man. She hasn't all this time, so what's going to stop her now because he chose Clark? So the people that was advocating, which I was peeping game on for Olandria, was Nick, TJ, and Pepe. And Nick was going bad. He threw that shade at Clark. What did he say something about? You never know. Something about Taylor might change his mind or this and that. It may not even be that strong. But he was advocating for his goddamn Olandria. I still feel like Nick got a thing for her. I know it for a fact. You could just tell. He's still advocating for Olandria and did not want to see her go home. I feel like he kept her there because I think he still want to kind of, pursue. We'll see. These are my predictions. You know what I mean? I feel like he still want to pursue. Y'all didn't open that up for him as far as, putting them together. And then they saved her. And it's just kind of like, no. She should have not been saved at all whatsoever. She needed to go home. Coco should have got that opportunity. And that sucks that shit was taken away from her because we're on Friendship Island instead of Love Island. To me, nobody's Olandria's real true friend for that. Because I wouldn't let my friend suffer through that. Y'all know that this girl is going to be suffering looking at this shit every time they're in the villa with each other. And Taylor and Clark is not going to stop. And on the way that Taylor is and that little face and all that, she going to continue kissing, cuddling, doing all different types of stuff throughout that damn villa. It's not going to stop because y'all decided to save Olandria. It is what it is. She brought this upon herself. I'm very curious to see how this is going to ride out. Now that we got those new couples. Let me see here. Pull it on up. We'll talk about that and then wrap it on up. But yeah, I really do feel like they should have just wrapped that on up. For real. Like, come on now, y'all. And pull up these new couples. New couples, y'all. Pull up some images. Because it's just kind of like, man, What's really going on? And she know better than that. I mean, these new couples are cool. I'm trying to see who y'all think y'all top three is gonna be. You know what I mean? Who the top one's gonna be? Who gonna be for y'all? Let's get some images in here. I know they got some images of the new couples. So just like they got all like the who everybody is with. I got Snoot because I wanted to show y'all like the images. I seen it trending on WhatsApp, so I could just look it up on my phone. Because I'm just kind of like, yeah. Love Island USA. So our new couples. I got it pulled up right on up in here, y'all. Right on up in chow. So y'all can see it. I couldn't pull it up on the internet. It didn't show it. But the new couples right here. So we do have our Sarah and Nick, Clark and Taylor, Shelly and Ace, Amaya and Zach, Jaden and Austin, Huda and Chris, Grayson and Pepe, Adrina and Brian, Iris and TJ. And then Olandria and Elan is singles. So looking at that, we're going to see like what's going to go on. My predictions, of course, I feel like top three for sure. Shelly and Ace, Sarah and Nick, and Clark and Taylor. I know y'all hate to hear it about the Clark and Taylor, but I think if they start showing that love, bringing, excuse me, what this show is truly about, they'll be top three for sure. Now, if they get all that hate, they could be top three. Doesn't mean they're gonna win, but I feel like they're gonna take it up there as the top. And if Nick don't go over there and try to get back, starting up with Olandria, then we should be good. So we'll see how all that goes. I'm excited about it. After Sun is today. I might go ahead and shoot something or do something on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. Yeah, I see my socials here on the screen. More with E. Follow me on X. You already got the YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And then also my Instagram. So more with E. Let's get it. Like I'm ready to see what they're gonna say for After Sun. Jeremiah and Hannah will be there. I'm so excited to see Jeremiah again. Y'all, he's not coming back. Let it go. But we get to see him on After Sun. See what they gotta say. And yeah, I'm excited to see what the next one's gonna be. Hopefully we start seeing a lot more love, and I cannot wait for movie night. Movie night is going to eat down. It's gonna be a lot of shaking up. That's gonna be my favorite part to want to watch is movie night. So that was gonna be very interesting, and I'm ready for it. But yeah, Olandria, I really hope that she moves on. I hate that they saved her because I felt like she should have left gracefully after that. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all know how it is. They want to feed into it. I guess they don't want to let Taylor off that easy. You ain't gonna get off that easy. Kick ass out this easy. She's gonna be around. Be around. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how you handle it without you asking Daddy Ace for every goddamn thing. But yeah, I do appreciate y'all tuning in, giving me y'all's attention. We're gonna come back again on it. I'll be talking about the next two episodes. Don't forget, like I said, to subscribe and follow me on all my socials. I love you guys. Got to get ready to go to work. But it was a joy talking about this episode, getting these things off my chest. And y'all have a great rest of y'all's